video from both officers is deeply disturbing, as the prosecutor said. Even the most innocent and friendly moments, because you always know while you're watching it, that Rayshard Brooks is going to be dead at the end of those videos. Rayshard Brooks was fully cooperative and friendly with the first officer on the scene, Devin Brosnan, who he spoke to one-on-one for several minutes, and then the second officer to arrive, Garrett Rolfe, who he spoke to for well over 20 minutes. Officer Rolfe was called to the scene as the expert to administer sobriety tests after Rayshard Brooks was found, after a 911 call from Wendy's, asleep at the wheel of his car in the drive-through line at Wendy's. Devin Brosnan's body camera shows Garrett Rolfe beginning a series of sobriety tests by telling Rayshard Brooks to follow his moving finger by only moving his eyes. And Rayshard Brooks' eyes, in those eyes, on that video, you see everything that is at stake in every encounter Black Americans have with American police. Rayshard Brooks' eyes follow that finger as if his life depends on it.
Can you see the tip of my finger? Yes, sir. All right. I want you to focus on the tip of my finger and follow it with your eyes without moving your head. Do you understand? Yes, sir. All right. Don't move your head. Keep your head still. Follow with just your eyes. Do you understand? You understand? Yes, sir. All right. Go down and up. Focus on the tip of my finger. Follow with just your eyes without moving your head.
It's going to be a silver Chevy will not need to be removed from the system. It was his own. Last 4, 16,
All right.
89.
16 minutes later, that finger that Rayshard Brooks' eyes were following so intently pumped bullets into his back and killed him. Rayshard Brooks passed the eye test, he passed the walking a straight line test, he passed the standing on one leg test. But at the end of all of that, when he was asked to take a breathalyzer test, Rayshard Brooks, who already said he had had a couple of drinks, offered to just leave his car right there at the Wendy's parking lot and walk home to his sister's house.
I don't care about, I can walk home. I don't have to walk.
Why would you walk home?
I just don't want to be in violation of anybody. I can walk, my sister's house is right here.
I don't want to be in violation of anybody. By this time, the officers were in possession of Rayshard Brooks' driver's license. By this time, they knew that his daughter's birthday was the next day. That had come up in conversation already. And so this came down to one of those moments in American police work that happen every day, maybe a million times a day in America. Do you give the guy a break? Do you let him walk home to his sister's house and go to his kid's birthday party the next day? A lot of people get that break, a lot of people. depending on what zip code they are in and what color they are. When Rayshard Brooks took the breathalyzer test, it showed he was just a tiny bit over the legal limit. And within seconds of that, he felt his left hand being pulled behind his back and handcuffs snapping onto him, and he pulled away and he ran and he struggled and he fell to the ground in a physical fight with both officers. He grabbed a taser from one of the officers in that fight and somehow pulled himself away from them and started looping away from them like a running back with an open field until he was shot in the back. The surveillance camera in the parking lot captured it all of it, everything that I just described. We will show you only 6 seconds of that video now and stop it before the video shows Rayshard Brooks falling forward with those bullets in his back. This is very disturbing video, and that's why this network has edited it at that point. Here is some of that video of Rayshard Brooks running away from the police officers. He's running out there in front of them, and then he's shot. The mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, announced today that she is tightening the deadly force rule for Atlanta police officers, and in her press conference making that announcement, the mayor referred to the killing of Rayshard Brooks as a murder, and she said this.
I lost my father at 24 and I still cry about my daddy. And I would venture to say when I saw him run, if you all haven't watched the entirety of that body cam video, he talked about his daughter's birthday. And the first thing I thought when he ran was that he probably didn't want to be locked up over the weekend. And I know that because I know I've had family members in that position.